Hi there and welcome back. So today I'm going to show you how to film and edit 6 video transitions. I'll start with one of the most common ones, covering up the lens. You've probably already seen this one, but now I want to show you how you can do it with an object or something else. On this sequence, I'm texting with a friend and then I grab my longboard and walk towards the camera and place it in front of the lens. On the next sequence, what I basically do is put the longboard in front of the lens and then move out. This is a cool little transition because you can transition from one place to the other seamlessly. Now for the second one, the camera to sky. So what you want to achieve here is to use the sky as a transition. So what I basically do here is when I'm moving away from the camera with my longboard, I tilted the camera upwards. I was alone, so I programmed this into my gimbal to do this. And in the next scene, what you want to do is do it the other way around. You start in the sky and move the camera or tilt the camera downwards and reveal your subject. So the next transition I call the on beat transition. Basically I have 2 clips where I'm doing this exactly the same thing. I'm moving with the longboard from one side to the other, and what I do is a clean cut where I am with the longboard in the middle. So sometimes it's not possible to get it quite right, especially if I'm on my own, so you can adjust a bit the clips by dropping down the opacity on one of the clips and placing it on top of the other to see where the subject is. And now the effect that you have is like if you had a green screen in the background the whole time, because now only the background changes, or that's what I was trying to achieve. And the reason why I call it the on beat transition is because using some music and placing the transition on the beat will help sell this transition. So for the next transition, I have the swipe mask. I basically rid my longboard from one side to the other of the frame, basically covering the whole frame, and I masked the part I left behind. For this you want to place the next clip underneath this clip, so that when you've masked the background or the part behind you, then you reveal the next clip. The next transition is a shake transition. I basically was riding on my longboard and I shaked the camera as much as I could, and then went to another location which was quite different, so you can notice the change. And I did the same. I shook my camera and then I carried on longboarding. You can also do this in post. For example, on Final Cut Pro 10 there is a plugin called Earthquake, and basically you can place this at the end of the first clip and at the start of the second clip, and you will get approximately the same effect. When doing this shake transition, you want to try and keep the subject at the same place in both clips. The next transition is the swipe transition. What I did here is at the end of the first clip I swiped the camera to the left, and at the start of the second clip I swiped the camera to the left and then revealed the subject. Basically the only thing you need to do here is to add a clean cut at the end of the first clip and at the start of the first clip where the camera is swiping. And if it's not working too well, you can even add some speed to it, so speed it up a bit or ramp it up at the end of the first clip and at the start of the second. Now this is just a quite normal transition like I did before, with covering up the lens with my fist bump, but I wanted to give you a little tip, and that is if you place this transition or any transition at the start, or the same transition at the start of a sequence and at the end of the sequence, basically you can create a loop. And this could be quite interesting, for example, for videos on Instagram where you only have a minute and you can basically loop them. So, and now if you plan your shots ahead like I did with a little storyboard, you can connect all of the clips together and have a seamless transition in sequence. And this is what I'm going to show you right now. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care, bye!